Yeah, 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 yeah.
Joe,
Got you, girl.
Joe,
Got you,
Joe,
girl.
Joe,
Got you, girl. Got you, girl.
Joe. We're live, Joe.
What's up?
Good evening.
Man, I feel
Good
pretty
evening. Good evening.
good.
A good
It's a
evening
good
to
day.
you and you.
It's a good day. It's a good day. It
Today
was a
is
good
a
day.
relaxing night. Tonight is a relaxing night, rather. Um, Joe's home from work late. He didn't get to watch the whole debate, unfortunately.
I know.
It,
That's okay.
it's fine because what it turned out to be was a Trump resume. Like I said, it was a Trump speech versus Biden lies. It was. He was a liar, but that's
So, yes,
besides
he
the point.
is. He's a liar. Joe Biden is a liar.
Are you sharing, my love? Are you
I
sharing?
am. I
Share.
is.
Share
I
it,
am.
brother. Because I'm
Am.
hoping somebody this is a very relaxed
Me too,
thing.
man.
Joe's already having a beer.
I did.
I I don't I never give
Yeah.
a shit about anything, so who cares? We're just gonna be relaxed.
I don't
What
usually
about
have a beer,
sleepy
but
Joe, who didn't look so sleepy today, did he?
mm-mm. Tonight I had a beer. I feel good. I don't know why I feel comfortable. What I saw, what I saw made me feel good.
What?
You
What
know,
did you see? What did you
well,
see, Joe? What was the first thing you told me, Joe? What was the
that
first thing after the speech when, because he got home, he
that
listened to
that
the
was not
car, I shared it
Biden,
on
man.
Zoom.
If you think that that was the Biden that's been out there, you're crazy. There's so many different Bidens. It's not the same one. It's not the same one that did the squat.
Do the squat.
You know the what? You
And
know the
squat.
guy that did the squat overseas, couldn't find a chair, or I don't know what he was doing. He was gonna try to find some place to poop. I don't know. I don't
Right?
know. Nobody knows. I mean, the guy's done it in his pants a couple times. It's
Nobody knows.
embarrassing. It's
It's truly
embarrassing
is.
that this man is our president. I'm. I
Trump
don't
was
care
up
what
there like
anybody.
a champ. He was like, nothing's gonna hurt me. Everybody knows. Everybody knows he's a liar. And
Well,
those that don't know are either filled with freaking hate, and I'll say it again, filled with hate.
yep,
You're haters
yep,
or children that still live in mama's basement because you could be 35 and still a child. Okay. Or you just really that daft? Are you really that daft? Are you bought and paid for? Are you a stripper? Do you work for the politicians, stripping for them and yeah,
right.
escorts and whatever else? You know, um, West Wing. Like I said, this is just like a bullshit night, guys. West Wing, their first episode, Rob Lowe was supposed to be, it wasn't supposed to be about what's his name? Mar who played the president? Oh, Martin
In, in where?
in the West Wing.
Yeah, yeah,
It was
yeah.
supposed to be
Was it
about
Martin
Rob
Sheen?
Lowe, but it turned out to be Martin Sheen,
Yeah,
Charlie Sheen's dad, right? Martin Sheen.
yeah.
Couldn't think of
Mm.
his name. And apparently it was about Martin Sheen. But the first episode, he is dates or takes home an escort. It was trying to tell you something, guys. It's trying to tell you something. But she's not a real escort. She was just saving money so she could become a lawyer one day.
Yeah, right.
Because that happens in real life. No, what happens in real life is either mommy and daddy sell their souls to like a loan company or the devils or whatever else, or
Mhm.
you ain't going to no Ivy School college unless they have the money. That's what it's just so ridiculous.
I was not going to an Ivy League college.
No, no. I don't think she was in the show either. I just it was like because you ain't gonna
I
be
think we
anybody.
all dreamed about it.
And of course, an escort would be there.
Yeah.
I can name the assemblymen and the senators that used to take the interns out partying.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't lie about this shit. I have no reason to lie.
Yeah.
Told people back then and it didn't seem to do anything. Now, you want to put Trump on trial? Hopefully that senator that asked me to be chief of staff is probably dead. I'm hoping he's dead by now. Criminal, criminal human beings. I wish I understood back then I was a tough little Brooklyn chick. I was like,
Mhm.
okay, fuck away. That really, that's how I was. Are you kidding me? Like I've had better offers in my life. That and I'm still kind of like that, but it wasn't until a couple of years later, maybe I was 25, 26, did I start thinking like, shit, man, I should have helped. I should have said something because I could have helped others,
Yeah.
you
Because
know?
they're filthy. These people are filthy, man.
They're
And I've
they're
always known it. That's
disgusting
the thing.
pigs.
Known it for so long.
Disgusting. The ones that live in the city and they go and live upstate 3 days they share apartments. They're as
Mm.
gross as shit, man. The whole system is just pathetic and needs to be rewritten, redone.
Was
That's
there an
6 months
election in
experience, and that's all I
2008?
needed there, huh?
Yeah. Was there an election in 2008 or about there? 2000, well, 2006, no,
Obama,
2004.
the presidential election,
Yeah, 2004.
was Obama.
Yeah. Okay.
Why?
2004 and then 2008. I'm so frustrated with the politics then. The
Uh,
way that I mean,
well, you
I
voted
didn't,
for Obama thinking it was gonna, everybody
I would,
did.
because I had
I
been
mean,
voting for the other side, and I wasn't seeing any kind of anything.
were you
And
always a Republican?
no, I've always been an independent, right?
You were
And so
registered independent?
I was registered. See, this is what happened. I was registered an independent my whole entire life because I could never decide if I was a Republican or a Democrat. I liked things on both sides, you know. So, but I leaned more towards conservatism.
I always
But
thought I was smarter than a lot of them. I was like, I
during
could have
that
this
time,
country.
yeah, during that time, I was so frustrated because I couldn't find any kind of change. These guys were just going in one direction, no matter what side was in charge, and it was making me crazy. Nobody was listening to me, and they were laughing at me that I was
Right.
frustrated. So I registered as a Republican so that I could vote in the primary, and I voted for George Bush. Okay, because I thought, man, I like this guy. He's talking, he's saying what I like. And then he got elected, right? And then the towers came down, and I saw that son of a bitch up on that power or tower or platform or whatever he was, and he had that ugly shit eating grin on his face. And I go, really? That's who I voted for? Oh God, dang. The same shit. So then when Obama came up, I said, he's my age.
That was the
Man,
whole point, you see?
we were
Do you
cool.
see the
We were cool.
deception from the beginning?
Yeah.
We had Democrat, Republican, Democrat. It's all their way to get you to vote
Yeah.
the other way.
And I said, look at this guy's name, everybody. But then I went along with everybody because I was so frustrated and getting so confused then, and then, it took a long
I
time,
didn't like any of them.
took a long time for me to figure out. Then I found you guys.
I never
Uh,
cared about voting in the primaries because I never believed in our
well, after
system.
that,
I
I
never
found
believed
you
any of
guys.
them were good.
And
Reagan
five
was
years later,
literally the last person I thought was good. And I
yeah.
was just a baby,
Hmm.
barely understood him. A little when I got a little older, I
Right.
started researching more, but
Yeah, it's
until
been
Trump,
crazy. It's been one hell of a
until
ride since
Trump,
I
Trump,
found
Trump,
the
Trump,
internet,
Trump,
you
Trump,
know,
Trump, 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 Trump,
because I
Trump,
was always repairing stuff, and I stayed away from the internet. I wasn't on it until 2013.
well, that's bad.
2013 is when I came on.
The internet was
And
filled with information.
yes, but I stayed away from it because I was doing something else. I was
I was in
busy
school
something
for
else.
like 20 years, so what the
Yeah.
fuck did I know?
Well,
I was always on.
when I came on and then I saw and I saw Obama give the internet to the UN on my birthday in 2014. Yes, he did.
Is anybody on the chat?
No, it looks like there's one person, but
Nobody
they're not saying
loves.
anything.
Nobody loves us. Well, again, who the hell knew? I should have said that we would have come on today because you have off tomorrow.
Yeah,
Today's your
we
Friday.
do. We can do. We can come on tomorrow too if you want. We'll,
Oh, I
we'll
don't know.
we'll see.
Got a shitload of
Oh
shit to
well,
do.
yeah,
You, we
it's
still have
tomorrow.
no power.
Yeah, I got a lot to do tomorrow too.
So, well, thanks for your concern. Is that one beer really hitting you that hard?
Yes, it is.
Literally,
Yes, I
okay,
don't drink.
I know. We literally lost power sometime yesterday, and it's still out, and half a tree came down.
Up a
Literally.
tree?
Yeah, I didn't tell you that, did I?
Oh no.
Yeah,
Oh
I don't think it came down in the street, which is
God.
crazy. It fell right on our driveway. And or the drive,
It
it's not
didn't get
really.
your guys' car or nothing, right?
No, that's what
Oh,
I was gonna
thank
say.
God.
It's a very long fucking uh it's like an acre away from the road. So
Yeah.
it it landed in the best spot it could without hurting anybody. And we knew it. And before it
Thank
rained
God.
yesterday, it was so freaking windy. I was looking at we have a huge pine right out front. We got a bunch of them, but there's one right on top of the house. I'm like, damn, one of those branches break, and it's like a good ton, you know? I'm
Hmm.
like, it's gonna squash us. But yeah, we're gonna have to call someone tomorrow. We were kind of like devastated today. Luckily,
Hate
Dad
that.
put in generators. We have three huge propane 500-gallon tanks, three of them. We're good for 3 weeks. I think one lasts a week or so, depending. So obviously, I'm not, I have my computer on and everything. I'm
Wow.
not too worried. But we were also out of internet from like three, me, I'm up all hours from 3 a.m. to this is just very unusual. I took a video of this. It's in my
Mm-hmm.
phone. I'm gonna have to put I, these trees have been around forever. What the hell is going on that that within my lifetime or even half my lifetime they're dying. They're just not able to withstand whatever unnatural thing is being given to them. The earthquake, you telling me we had like 12 fucking earthquakes. I could still feel them after. It wasn't just aftershocks because it was days later or even a week and a half later. A couple other ones came and another big one. It was like in the middle of the night. It was like nobody else felt it. I was just going to sleep 1:32 a.m. It was like I- so what the hell is that? This is not natural, people. It's not
No,
natural.
that's yeah, because you never used to have um earthquakes in the east. Never. Except for right around Missouri. There's a fault right in there. So it's like I think it's southern Missouri though.
Well, I told you that there is a fault that goes underneath us all the way to upstate New York, right to a, what was it? Nuclear power plant.
Yeah.
Remember the Indian Reserve nuclear power plant or something? It
Yeah, I
was
do
something
remember
like
you
that.
telling me that. I do.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I find that very interesting.
I find that very interesting and scary.
I remember I was bartending. It was very early still. Nobody was in yet. It was in full moon. So it was only 10 years ago. We had an earthquake, oh, maybe about 12 years ago.
So
10 years. We had
you
an
know what would
earthquake in the east.
you
Huh?
know what would be interesting?
What would be
Maybe we
interesting?
should somebody should do.
What?
And I don't know why you really got real powerful in the head. Is that maybe somebody should follow that where that fault line, follow it all the way to where it ends and see what's along that
It's
fault line to
it's
see.
mapped out. It's mapped
Yeah,
out.
okay. So who or what entity is along that fault line doing whatever they're doing. They got to be doing something to the
I'm
ground.
gonna say it right. It might be the collider. Did I say it right? The
Um,
collider. It has something
Colluder,
to do with
yeah,
the
collider, yeah.
colliders.
Hmm.
There's
The CERN,
nothing else that could cause that kind of geological shake except for Earth herself. And I mean, you get,
yeah, but if it was that, it would be all over the world because that thing is actually across the ocean.
yeah, but it points. You can point it,
True.
which
Hmm.
means you could point it underground, right? And you
I
could
don't
point
know.
it in whatever, you can make it to the
Hmm.
lowest degrees. But I believe there's a reason this was done,
Oh,
and I believe, actually, I believe that they're killing off the rest of the foulness underground. I don't know how many believe in the tunnels that I've only mentioned a billion times.
you have.
I wonder how many kids were pulled out of my schools from these stupid tunnels. I don't know. They're not what you think, but they're tunnels. They're not like, all dark and well, they are actually. They're pretty dark and bricked, tunnels in all my schools. From elementary school, I went to St. Anselm's, Bay Ridge, Brooklyn. Could ask anybody in there. There's a tunnel from the school to the church. How easy is it? Why? I mean, it
Hmm.
was open in 1930, 49, maybe 59. Why would it have a tunnel? It's just weird. Why? I don't know. Um, College of Staten Island, tunnels all over it because that's where Willowbrook was. That's where Geraldo uncovered all of the Fauci experiments. I don't care what anybody says. It was the Fauci experiments. The awakening we did, um, the movie with the DeZero and Robin Williams,
Hmm.
that was in
Hmm.
Brooklyn too.
Hmm.
Is it kind of strange that Victory Boulevard, which is where the exit to my school, to college, my school, yeah. But I literally went there for like 16, 17. If I went there now, my professors would know me. Um, the ones that are still around. About a half hour away by car. The Awakening, where that hospital is about the same, a half hour to 40 minutes away from Fauci's pharmacy. Am I just stupid or can I connect the dots? I mean, New York has the best water. So what were they giving these people? There's another thing people don't know about the cities. Do you know, or most old systems, like if you think of Australia, I know you're a little tipsy, aren't you? I could see it. Joe, you're a little tipsy. They
I'm
use the
just feeling
system.
good.
Good. Shut up then. Sit there and no. No, I'm just saying you're being very quiet. You're just like, okay.
I'm listening to you.
Australia was like, a jail island for the Brits, and we had
It
these
was.
all over Scandinavia, like Switzerland, parts of I think Norway reopened it for immigrants. I think it was Norway. I want to say Norway, meaning the immigrants have to stop there, prove that they're worthy to come into the mainland. There's all regulations on this island.
Hmm.
Then they have a prison island. This is what I was getting to. Let the fucking people survive for themselves. The people that cannot be helped. There's some in life that cannot be helped.
Right.
They're so warped, and it might not be their fault. I don't blame Obama. How can you blame somebody new to the game when the game has been on for over 200 years?
Yeah.
It's the head of the game, the foundation that's always at fault, right?
Choices.
Obama was fucked up the ass, people. That's what they do.
It is what they do.
That's what they do to little boys.
Thank God they
As
never
much as you
got me.
hate him, he isn't. He. It's not. I mean, I know, right? Let me get
That
back to the
right?
island. Anyhow, New York also. You have the Verrazano Island, Verrazano Bridge. You got Manhattan Island on the one side, huge, obviously, and then you got Brooklyn and Staten Island on the other. And then on the left, there's a little island. I don't know how many people it could hold. I'm sure it won't tip over.
If you put too
Um,
many, oh my, that's
and
right.
I
My.
I remember reading when I was a kid that they used to use it as a prison island. You know how it's hard to go through those waters. I wouldn't go in those waters. I'm not Kramer floating on a mattress in the East Sea. But I think that's a really good idea for these people. Why are we paying for them? Let them in the fucking island. Put all the immigrants, you know what? Let the immigrants go there too. Let them
That's
fight
right.
their fucking way. Let them fight against the other criminals. Eye for an eye, let them do it themselves. Therefore, we don't have any responsibility. We're not paying for them.
Mhm.
Let's pay for them. Go live on this island.
Do your
We'll
thing.
deliver shit to you. But you gotta
Hmm.
work. You gotta work.
That's right.
Whatever it is.
He ain't gonna give you none.
Does anybody want to come on Zoom tonight? We're really just chillaxing. We're gonna talk a little bit about the debate.
Yeah, how fake it was. How fake Joe Biden is.
First thing Joe said to me is like he's looking at a picture of Joe on his phone and he's like, wait a second, that is not the same damn Biden. And I'm like,
Come on, man.
welcome to my club for like the last,
This is just
5 years.
ridiculous, man. God, that was not him.
No, no. You have squinty-eyed Biden and you have big-eyed nickel-eyed Biden, and that was nickel-eyed Biden, which probably means I mean, I think for the most part, I think there's three, maybe four actors. Three for sure.
Well,
One,
yeah. Well, what about
one,
the one
one.
that's dark that wears the mask?
That's the one on call, I think.
Yeah,
He obviously doesn't come out too much, but I don't understand how much more people have to smack you in the face to tell you
that freaked me out.
that that's not Biden.
Yeah, it's
And
definitely
for
not.
those of you that think Biden's on some kind of drugs, are you on? The man poops his pants. He'd be dead if he was on drugs. Any kind of drugs. That is an actor, people.
Yeah,
Wake the fuck
yeah.
up. We're waiting for you to do it, to say it, to
If
come
you
out
put
and
a
voice your
old
fucking
man,
opinions.
if you put an old man that old on a drug that's supposed to stimulate him to where he's cognitive, and
Say it,
I mean,
Joe.
and you put that much drug in him,
Say it,
you
Joe.
could possibly kill him.
Thank you, Joe.
I'm sorry. I mean, just drugs.
We didn't
Drugs are
talk
just
about this part.
bad. You just can't
You
just
can't do shit
put
like that.
drugs in your body
These
and
are
just
fucking 30-year-olds dropping dead. You
yeah. You
think a
just gotta
fucking
be
doctor's
careful.
gonna
You
make a
know
difference?
these people just put shit in their body just willy nilly without a freaking care in the world. Gotta quit doing it. Trust me. I know drugs are bad. I don't care what anybody said.
That wasn't Biden, is the point.
That was not Biden. That was not him. And you can't give that somebody drugs
No,
to do what he
no,
just did.
no,
Mm-mm.
no.
Had to have been a fake.
I have never met anybody over like the age of 70 that still did coke. I had plenty of friends that did drugs. It didn't mean
Coke
I did
wouldn't
it.
do that.
I didn't like drugs.
Yeah, Coke wouldn't
But
do
they
what he the way
stopped.
he acted.
They
No,
stop at a certain time. They just can't
no.
do it or they
Your
die.
jaw. You do something with your jaw. You grind your teeth when you do cocaine. And if it's good cocaine, you're gonna fucking grind. Oh,
Numbs and tickles and stuff.
that I know.
Putting anything up your nose is gross. I mean, I tried a few things when I was a kid.
The cocaine they have now ain't shit to what we used to have. And you take a fucking snort.
Are we are we
Yeah,
talking to an expert?
you took a snort back in the day, man. That shit would numb your whole damn face.
All right, I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah,
It freaks me out. It freaks me out.
it was pretty crazy shit, man. Sex, drugs, and rock and roll. I
Yeah.
mean, the
Well,
drugs
no,
are
I
on
get
their
it.
own. Yeah.
I did. I mean, I did try things. I just never, I didn't like my parents had to beg me to take medication when I was a teen, young
Oh, and
teen.
now they do. Like,
Please, the doctor says you got to take this medicine. No.
no,
No.
because I know exactly how I'm gonna feel. And I hate that feeling. Every time I take one of their drugs, I know exactly how it's gonna make me feel.
Well, it's cha-ching for them because
Yeah.
doctors make tons of money off of the drugs that they push on you.
Yeah.
And they have to do this to make money to pay off their medical, um, you know,
Yeah. They got college
graduation
to pay
and
for it. Yeah.
right. It's it's
Oh,
an
they do.
evil, vicious cycle. This is
Yeah.
not the way humanity should be.
Nope.
You see the Matrix people, the Matrix is
Yeah.
not it's not as physical as you may think. It's not like what you see behind me. It's the concept, the brainwashing they have done to us to
Right.
think that jailing people for thousands of years has helped anything in society. It has not. It doesn't help us to pay for them. It does not.
Right. You're right.
That was cute. That's cute, Joseph. You can read it. Actually, you read that. I need coffee, Joe.
Okay.
Poor Joe is fucked up right now. One beer.
Number five is alive and working on Biden's side. Thank you,
Number
Joseph.
five is
That's
alive.
good.
The
That's
short
good.
circuit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, that's Joseph Rogers.
Yeah.
Hey, Joe. Good evening, my friend. I'd love to know what you thought about the debate because Biden was like
I know his eyes, they were wide
he was
open.
agape.
He
His
looked, it
mouth
was
was
like
agape,
he
like a little
put tape
fly.
on his eyes to hold him open, you know, from
Yeah.
what I saw. I just
And
saw
who
the
was he
last
looking
part of
at? Who?
it. Yeah.
There was no audience, was there? Who the fuck was he looking at?
Yeah, they
Not the
said there was no
TV.
audience.
There was no
Yeah,
audience.
why?
Why? Because it was fake. Why?
Yeah,
It's fake. You
yeah,
know this, Joe. Think about it. It's all fake.
yeah. It
Fake,
was fake. It was
fake, fake,
totally
fake,
fake.
fake, fake, fake.
They did.
Why don't you talk about what other things you thought was different in Joe besides wide eyes?
There
Did you
was
see anything else?
everything about it was different. I mean, just he would look around. He would like his eyes would shift back and forth, and he kept looking to the side, to the opposite side of Trump, like somebody was there. And then he would look back, and then he would he would mumble, and I when he would answer the questions, I couldn't understand what he was saying, but he was I got that he was blaming Trump for the things that he did, the bad things he did. Of course, that's what they do. That's their narrative now. It's
I'll just
blaming
be
Trump for everything.
I'll be another minute because it's warming up. It was all lies.
It
It's
was all
exactly what
lies.
everybody's been saying. It was everything that Biden has been doing, they're blaming Trump for.
Hmm.
And it's just not, it's all lies.
Everything, everything. It was like sometimes you can't see. I was trying to see. Of course, I got late. Got here late, but I was trying to see inside of his ears or around his ears. It didn't really show too much of it. I don't know if any of you saw, but I was wondering if maybe he had something in his ear or somebody was telling him something. Because remember, I just said that he kept looking to his look at. I guess it was his right. It looks like Trump was to his left, right? Am I saying that right, guys? I hope so. But it looked like he was looking to the opposite side of Trump. Now, I'm not looking at Trump. He's looking away to the other side. So I don't know if he was looking over there or if somebody was telling him something in that ear. I don't know, but it didn't look right. I mean, and then he would open his eyes and he would stand up and he was like, and it was like, oh, and he was mumbling. It was pretty disgusting and pretty scary that the leader, the of the free world, supposed to be the most informed man, is incompetent, completely incompetent. I don't. He shouldn't even be holding office.
What
Uh,
did I
he,
miss? Did I miss anything good?
no, you didn't miss anything. I mean, that's what we've been talking about. That how crazy the guy looks. I mean, it's one time that when he was, his eyes were open. I
You know what
just
got me? Like, I mean, the mumbling.
mumbling.
His
Yeah,
mumbling was,
just
it was terrible. Okay. Um, Joe
I'm
said he was speaking
embarrassed.
fast, but I don't think you heard it. It was just like he just mumbled a whole word along.
Maybe he was mumbling fast.
Yeah. One time he said trillions instead of bill. Said trillions. What? 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 Trillions. You know the difference between trillions and billions?
I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed that that guy is our president of the United States of
He's not,
America.
though. That's the
Three
point.
times,
He's
three
only there to
times
wake
they
your
tried
asses
to
up.
he ran. Yeah. But see, you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying is three times they tried to put him in office and three times they failed. Fourth time they put him in there. Wasn't it three
Well,
times? And didn't he? And I know there was one time he was thrown out for plagiarism.
yeah, yeah, you did mention that.
I know that. I
Um,
don't know. Maybe I'm wrong about the amount of times he ran. I could have swore it was a few
I know
times.
he did. He ran for president once
Hmm.
before. They used this poor
That was
guy
a
too,
couple. Yeah.
Biden. Not that I
Now they're
he
using
made
him.
his own
Right now
decisions.
they're using him because he's a complete idiot and total buffoon. Joe Biden is
Very insightful.
a buffoon.
Well, it's not him.
Right. The okay,
The
the
real Joe
image of
Biden
him.
was a buffoon. If you think about it, he was a racist.
That
I
he
don't
was a piece of
understand.
crap. The real one.
I mean, his son, and you know what?
He's
He
so
talked about
mean.
Bo a couple times, and I'm like, there's no doubt in my mind, Biden had him killed, or knew he was going to die, or couldn't stop him from being killed. It's like a Hillary assassination.
That's interesting.
Oh, absolutely. What are the chances that both of them, father, okay, the mother dies, okay,
See, and
this is fucked up, and both the father and son, not Hunter, but Bo, both had head problems where they needed surgeries. But Biden's came out okay. He had two lobotomies, people. And you think he's on drugs to keep him going or that he's a real Come on, we're waiting. Wake the fuck up, wake the fuck up, wake the fuck up, wake the
oh
fuck
man,
up.
I had this
Wish I
one
had a
lady was
beer.
telling me
I haven't
that
had a drink in like,
she literally was telling me that Trump said this, Trump said that, and Trump did this, and Trump did that, right? And I'm going, what? They
it was
really
all
believe it was Trump that pooped his pants on stage in front of everybody. And I'm going, what?
right.
You're crazy. It was not Trump. That was Joe Biden.
I mean, I
And she
think the
goes, no,
best
it
parts
wasn't.
were when he was saying how well he did for the black people because of that one
Yeah.
thing he put in. I think that's when he said, no, that wasn't it. And then
Oh, he lied about that. He lied so much. He
that's
ain't done nothing
about
about liberty.
Millie. Was it Millie that Trump
Yes,
fired Millie?
General Milley. Mhm.
So
That's the
Millie
guy.
is the one that said, what did he say about Trump? That he heard Trump say something and 19 other witnesses, no, Trump didn't say it. I'm not sure what was it exactly?
I don't know what he said. I don't know what.
It was something so stupid too. It was, well, probably not, but
It's fucking
I don't
find
know.
out.
I didn't even know about that. I remember him. firing or wanting to fire Millie. Bulldog, Bulldog Millie. What was his? I don't know. What a piece of shit. What a piece of shit. And
He
then
was.
maybe it
Oh
was you,
yeah.
Joseph, that mentioned Joseph Rogers. Somebody in commented about his brother also. I didn't know Millie had a brother that was just as evil, apparently.
No, he
Uh,
retired.
this is go read what Joseph said. Read it out loud.
He retired. It says Millie says, "Look." Joseph
Trump
Rogers says, "Look
tried to
like."
have him fired.
Yeah. Joseph Rogers said, "Looked like he was reading a teleprompter at times. He kept playing with his right ear like it had an earpiece that was
He
working
was.
orders."
He was
You
going
know,
like
I
this.
see, and yes, but that wasn't that the side that Trump was on. Wouldn't Trump seen it? Do you think?
We all
You
would have
know, I
seen
just
he turned
wondered.
his
I
head.
just wondered. So I
The
don't know because Trump would call him out on it, right? I mean, Trump told him, look, this, you did that. And Joe Biden, no, I didn't, you did it.
Trump was giving his resume. That's
Yeah,
why I put it in the title.
you
He
did.
wasn't going to
You
fight the
said that.
idiot.
Yeah.
He was
And
not going to
everybody.
fight the idiot. That's why I kept
Yeah.
saying it's going to be a Trump speech, not
Yes,
a
and it
debate.
was. And it was.
And it was. You
It
can't,
was.
but without an audience. This is weird.
Yeah,
Why
but
wasn't
see,
there a
it
live
went out
audience?
on national TV, so it's okay. It
And
reached a lot more people than everybody thinks.
Tappa and Dana both were very easy on Trump and a little harder on Biden. Did you
Good.
guys notice that? They were just
I
like,
think
okay, you're up, time's up. And you're gonna tell me, I know exactly what people are gonna say tomorrow on the news. It was to shut Biden up from making himself look more stupid. No, it's not.
probably,
It's
probably.
not.
No,
Hmm.
no. You're
It's
right, though.
because they have no choice anymore.
Hmm.
None of them have a choice. It's scripted.
Hmm.
None of them have a choice.
Ah, God, it's going to be so great because you know what?
Biden had contacts in,
Yeah,
by the way. I did
yeah,
notice that.
yeah. It's going to be
I have to
great.
take a
I don't
better
care.
look.
It's going to be great. The best is yet to come.
The best is yet to go. Well, what's that? The storm
That's why
hasn't
I feel
even.
so good, you guys, because it's, even though we might think that, oh, God, we're all frustrated, everything's bad, we're not alone. We're all not alone. Look at all these guys that are fighting. These guys are not going to give up. And that Josh Howley, I like that guy. He told everybody in that one meeting that they just did. He got up there and he says he told all the Democrats, everybody on those committees that were persecuting Trump. He said, save your records. Don't throw anything away. Don't throw because we're coming
Boxes.
for you.
Who put
We're
records
coming.
in boxes? That what I still can't get over. People were so like, but there's boxes in Biden's garage and there's boxes in Trump's. Yeah, because every secret that we have are on boxes in boxes and paperwork now.
Yeah,
It's like people are just they're so used to listening to the media. They're not thinking of the obvious.
right. Right.
Obviously, everything is on computer now. We don't need boxes.
That's right. They
Not
don't
to
need
say some
boxes.
things can't, some things have to be written. Trump signs his name a lot, but this is, oh God, they make you think of the petty shit and people are still biting, even the Republicans. I think sometimes the Republicans are more stupid.
I
They're
do
more
too.
stupid because they're supposed to be awake. Sorry, Republicans.
They
Sorry,
act
I'm
that
so
way.
sorry.
You have to go in. You have to go into this with a very, very open mind because some Republicans are actually for the other side.
No,
Such
well,
look at Kissinger, turncoats. You have turncoats that claim one side, but they're actually for the other
okay.
side. Look at
Yeah.
look at what's his name? The last Speaker of the House. What's his name? Kevin McCarthy.
McCartney.
Hmm. Did you hear what he said? Yeah, he worries me. He said Joe Biden will be ready for this debate.
Did he
Why in
really?
God's green creation would he freaking say that?
Because they're showing Q
They're showing that they're for the other
and
side.
Trump and whoever else is involved are trying to show humanity who is evil.
Right.
Bushes were Republican, they were evil. Clintons were Democrat, they were evil. It
Yes.
doesn't fucking matter.
You're right. Evil
Never mind
versus
that they
good.
were related. They were all
Evil
related
versus good.
now.
You're right, Karen. You're right. Evil
Well,
versus
you
good.
know that. We've said that a billion times. You
Yes, we
can't,
have.
I mean,
Yes,
you
we have.
can't keep, you can though. You can say that. You can always say that
Mm.
that's the foundation. You can
I
always
hate,
say it.
I just
As,
hate to think that we let evil infiltrate us so deeply. I can't believe we all
well, the
fell asleep.
boomers didn't know any
All
better.
around the world, we did.
Everything was so good after the war
Yeah.
that people's
Yeah. Well, people's lives were
were
picking up.
uplifted, and then the boomers were just stupid.
Mhm.
And then everything in the 80s, you know, started, it was, people really have to see, like, they think things are so much further in the past. When I'm in second grade reading about this shit, it was only like 40 years ago. You know what I'm saying? Like, people
Mhm.
don't realize that the Vietnam War was only 55, what, years ago or something like that. It's not like hundreds of years ago. Like that's what these kids think. And that's what these books kind of portray in schools. Like you're supposed to think this is such ancient history. Well, it is ancient history in a way because it's been repeating itself. We've been allowing it to repeat itself. Why are we settled on the concepts that have been around for hundreds of years? That has always gotten me. And I mean, from abortion to the prisons, schooling has been around since what, the early 1800s, maybe?
I think earlier than that.
I don't think so.
Yeah, because that's
Education, no, no, no. There's a difference between education and school. Education and prostitution are the two oldest. Teaching and prostitution are the two oldest occupations in the world, and it's true. But an actual indoctrination foundation was a little later on. And you know how I know this? I'm thinking I'm gonna look it up, but Little House on the Prairie, that was like in the 1800s, right? So they started school. The cities probably had schools already. I mean, oh yeah, that's true. We had Ivy League colleges in the 1700s.
uh,
I don't know why I find out this stuff, but you might find this interesting. Let me see if I say it correctly. There was an actor named Dartmouth, like the college, Dartmouth, right?
mhm.
In the 1830s or 60s, I can't remember. And I don't know how many people know this, but I found this intriguing. What he did, he was a comedian and he did blackface, right? And his blackface character was known as Jim Crow. Dartmouth, like the
Huh.
college. And there's no doubt in my mind that there is no coincidences. There are no coincidences, guys. You can look it up, what I just told you. I mean, it's just so this guy named after an Ivy League college made his money just like today, like comedians like Ellen DeGeneres. I mean, you got people that can do drama and comedy and everything, right? They're all fake fucking people. You have people that went to Broadway and learned the right way and came out of nowhere. And then you have people that were brought up to become famous. They're all interrelated somehow, and they're part of the Illuminati. What's fucking Tom Hanks's son's name? Ches Hanks or something?
I don't even know.
Look at his chest. He's
Oh
got the
yeah,
fucking triangle.
he even said it was. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, he even said he was part of the Illuminati.
There's some kind of show out about Celine Dion, and go and look at her now, guys. Find a picture. Oh, well, I know they're dead. I know they're dead, but you guys wouldn't believe, but some of you won't. Some of you
Yeah.
do. I'm so happy that in my group, I'm sorry, in mine and Joe's group, I don't know, whatever. And Chris owns the channel too. I don't care. No one owns the channel for all I care. But there's at least
I'm a follower.
85 to 90 of you out of 324
Hmm.
that believe in these conspiracies. And I am so touched. I'm so touched that you know,
Well, Carolyn has been working on me for about 5 years, and finally, I'm starting to see a lot. So it's yeah, it's crazy. Yeah. It's just, but I've always known something was wrong, and so
that's it.
looking at
Yeah.
it the way that you showed me, it's like it's evil. It is what it
Everything
is,
about
man.
the way we live
Evil.
we should have been evolved. And they'll use the scam that religion kept us back. Well, yeah,
Yeah,
maybe,
yeah,
but don't
right,
tell me it kept us back 400 years.
right,
Where we still use the same
right,
concept as we did 400 years ago.
right.
How did our technology get so good, but our minds did not? That's because of the technology. Like
Right.
Fred Rogers says, I'm going to use their technology against them. He
Mhm.
didn't say it like that, but he didn't like the TV, and yet he used it against them because he wanted to get to the children, make sure the children understood the difference between good and bad.
That's right. He
Yeah.
did. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, he knew. He must have suffered. You see, that's where Robin Williams got his depression from.
Yeah, I think
This
so
man did
too.
not want, he knew,
I
just like
think
Mel
so too.
Gibson, just like Corey Feldman, just like,
Yeah,
you name them.
they all knew. They all
They
tried to say something,
all,
and when they did, they were called out on it.
they were also afraid for their lives.
Yeah. Hmm.
This was German Nazi. People are like, well, why didn't the Germans help? Well, yeah, if fucking 20 German soldiers come to your door and they say, I'm going to kill everybody in your family, all your friends' kids, their
Hmm.
grandparents, parents, everything that is related to you, if you don't tell us what we want to know or if you don't cooperate or whatever, what the fuck are you going to do, people?
You're going
Because
to
that's really
cooperate.
what happened.
Hmm. It's what
All
they
right.
do.
They
It's what
burned
they
down
do.
mom's house. Mom always said it was the Ukrainians that did it. I said, are you sure? Because at first she said it was the Bolsheviks, right? Mom had a house, her parents had a house in the Ukraine. They were somewhat aristocratic because they had a nice farm very close to Poland. And they came when my grandfather was out, and they didn't believe my grandmother that grandfather was out. They said, "Oh no, he's harboring Jews in the barn or up top in the attic or whatever." I don't know what kind of fucking farm they had, but and they burned down the whole house and the fields and took everything, everything. Or they allowed grandma to get a few things. I don't know what the hell they did. Really, my great uncle, my mother's, no, I'm sorry, my father's mother's brother died in the concentration camp. He
Yeah,
was Ukrainian, people, not Jewish. You
yeah.
see how it affects the world?
It did affect the world. It was a bad thing.
Everything. Even now,
Hmm?
Biden being or pretending to be president of the freest, best country in the world is driving it's turning people's heads.
Yeah.
Either you're
All the
going to
lies that
hate.
man tells. I can't believe the lies he tells. And everybody believes it. Hope everybody did turn, like you said.
Well, it's either you're turning your brain to hate because you're still switched into their radio waves,
Mm-hmm.
right? Frequencies, bad frequencies, they are
Right.
real.
Yeah.
I remember they were doing frequency tests on backs, to help backs and stuff like electric pulses and stuff. And they did it. And that was 30, 40 years ago. So, I mean, frequencies are they are healing, right? People do these things in churches too, because they have the reverb, uh, audio, I don't know, like, bouncing off that it's supposed to be healing. Why people sing in churches, you know. And I like what Joe says anyhow. I believe a lot more now than 20 years ago. Yeah. I know a lot more now than I did 20 years ago, but I just always knew. I think that's why I went into politics, because I always knew something was fucking wrong. Something was amiss.
Hmm.
Regular people don't act this way.
Nope.
Like, like I read so much philosophy, political philosophy, and I'm like, why? What, if we're saying this crap back then, and how is it? How is it better back then and not now? It's really like eye-opening. It's like, how can you believe in utopia and stuff and know about it and understand it and try to
Back then
philosophize
we were
about it?
blind.
Even
Back then we were
Socrates, we're
blind.
going back thousands of years, right?
Yeah.
What?
We were blind back then. Maybe that's why we were just
No, we
blissfully
would we would
happy.
have to be we were
Who knows?
made to be blinded, is my point.
Hmm. Okay.
We were take the boob tube controls most people.
Oh God, does it ever? Yes. I my a long time ago, my brother actually named it the idiot box. Yeah, a
Yeah.
long time ago he did. And why? Because it makes you an idiot. You're an idiot. You just sit in front of it and you just watch it. That's all you do. So I made myself, I really don't like to watch too much TV. I don't like to watch it
You
now at all.
reminded me, yeah. No, I know you've been really good.
I don't
But
watch
you
TV at all.
reminded me this morning that I literally have not watched TV. Well, I had my own apartment after I came back from Albany. So I was about 23. I mean, I lived in my parents' building, but
Mhm.
since I was the super, I had the small apartment. And um wait, what were we talking about? You see, you got me thinking of
TV.
what?
Not watching TV because
That's
it
right. That's all I
indoctrinates
had
you.
was the street. Yeah,
Yeah, it
when I think
indoctrinates
about
you.
that apartment, I think about the
The
woman who lived
street
there
and
before me,
life.
who was
Mhm.
in the World Trade Center. I can't help it. Um, Patty Roar. Um, so yeah, I never got cable. I never, I only streamed. I always had a PlayStation.
I
I
read.
always, I
I
always streamed.
read.
You read, yeah. I like
Yeah.
to read too.
I read so many books. God. It was like watching a
I was a
movie in my
Jeffrey
head.
Archer fan. I like worldly books. I like books that are, but then
Mhm.
that's what I like in general. Yeah, you like fantasy. I liked fantasy too. R.A.
Science fiction,
Southwell.
fantasy, sword and sorcery was my favorite.
Well, I love it. I mean,
Mhm.
but I just don't have time to read that when there's so much more to learn. Like, I'm not going to waste my time on looking at somebody else's creations even though they might be fantastic, when there's people throughout history that have better lessons to teach.
Mhm.
Does that make sense? Like, you
Yeah.
know what? Make your fucking fantasies 10, 15 minutes long. Stop. I don't understand why they draw everything out for money, whatever. Like the Star Wars craze. Dear fucking Lord, shut the fuck up. You can't go anywhere without hearing about fucking Star Wars. Even that the guy is in the fucking Corona commercial now. I can't it's like so pathetic. You're pathetic. Like, stop with the Disney. Like I don't know how much I couldn't believe it. My husband brought home baby wipes, you know, and they had fucking Star Wars on it. I was like, no, this can't be
Yeah.
Disney. And then last time it was Disney, I think. I don't know. But it was just like, no, this is like, it's besides for that, I think, what's the other big thing? What is your wife, the talent shows, like Dancing with the Stars and
Oh
everything?
yeah, those things. Yeah,
Who the fuck cares if they can dance? People, get a life. Go out and dance yourself.
that's right.
You know what? You'll stay healthier and you'll learn something new and you'll get those brains,
And the blood flowing.
right.
Hmm.
I always told John I want to take John and I are good dancers. We just click. I think that's one of the things made us click. And
Well, if you're gonna do it, go get up and
we
go
want to
do it
get,
now.
well, yeah, but I'm
Yeah.
still stuck in New Jersey. I can't even go to New York. We have to fucking take care of half a tree. I got a video of this tree. You guys are not going to believe it. You're not going to believe it. I mean, it must be a good
You guys cutting it down?
18 feet that came off. Huh?
Oh, are you guys trying
Oh,
to
it's
cut
a
it down?
tree. No,
Oh,
no, we'll have somebody come and remove that limb that broke off. The tree is still, that wood is gorgeous. Oh, that wood is gorgeous. You
hmm.
could blame it on a lot of things, but not the way it was. There was no bugs. The wood is beautiful where it's split. Had to
What a
be, I don't
bummer.
know.
And go get it.
Could have been hit by lightning. It could
To
have
have
been
a
hit.
full wood shop. You said.
Oh, I'm gonna chop a piece off for myself for sure.
Hmm.
I'll whittle something. I'll whittle a wooden stake because we got a
Yeah.
vampire in office now. Well, that's not much of a joke. I mean, people think of the Transylvanian and
Hmm.
German crap, right? You got people that drink blood. It's in stories.
Weirdos.
They used it to help themselves.
Yeah.
And you got people that eat human flesh. But no, no, it's not in my neighborhood, so it doesn't happen. That's how it's like, okay. The people that do that, they have kids and stuff. What happens to those kids? Let me tell you something. Eating human flesh, it causes
Gross.
berserkness. Like, what is it called? Kuru. Causes
Ugh.
kuru. You know what kuru is?
No, I do not.
Every sign that Hillary ever displayed that was unnatural is kuru.
Hmm.
I believe I'm saying it right. Kuru. And I forgot where it might be an African word. Wish
Hmm.
Kevy was around. I'm thinking of you, hon. Love you. Yeah, when she left,
Yeah. I
that,
do remember that. Yeah,
yes, that's
I do.
kuru.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But
So is
no,
that kind of
it's
like
conspiracists, no shit.
what
You know,
about,
I
I
had
was
somebody
sitting
on
there and
Newsmax tell me to get back to BitChute. I'm like, I'm a Trump supporter, you asshole. And I
Well,
guarantee I know more than you do.
well,
Go
what
on.
about that when Joe Biden did that, when he was sitting there and they were yelling at him, and then he looked over to them and he goes,
Well,
remember? Then that was just recently he did that. So what is that? You think that's the same thing?
it's an act. It's all an act.
Okay.
I like American Bandstand too.
Yep. Or Soul Train.
Soldiering.
Yeah, don't forget about that one. That was another dance.
That's
One of
one
those
thing.
dance things.
I remember,
That was
really,
back.
Milo? He's turning the handlebar. This guy. Now, and hold on, I'll be
Did
there
he
in a
get in?
second.
Did he get in?
Not yet, but I thought it's really freaky. Everybody's asleep. Even Hawkeye, because he had a vet appointment. It was a big day for the doggy.
Yeah,
And
I
then you
think
see
I'm
the
coming.
handlebar move slowly.
Huh? Fireworks.
Oh yeah, I have my. Oh, I'll put that on for the 4th of July.
Yeah,
I have a background. We got to get you more backgrounds. Let me. Oh, I
okay.
should put one of these on the floor. I could wash them. I don't have much clothes here. We didn't know we would stay more than 2 months, let alone 9. We've been here almost 9.
Yeah.
What is it, honey? You want to come
You have
in?
Star Wars in your background. Talking about no more Star Wars. Oh, yeah. And I'm hearing
What are
that.
you talking about?
You have Star Wars in your background.
You mean
See
what
those
I
stars?
believe
Yeah.
to be
It's not,
space?
yeah. It's not necessarily Star Wars, but it's the stars.
What are you talking about? Stop it.
A
Are you drunk?
little bit. That was a pretty good beer, I must say. I should have
You
another one.
had one freaking beer, you lightweight.
I am. Look, I never drink. I just don't drink anymore. Yeah, if I drink too much, man, I probably end up throwing up. 3 beers would probably make put me on my butt. I'm such a lightweight. I'm not kidding, man. I just don't drink, and yeah, I don't.
You
Just,
want to go
yeah,
out?
I
I
just
go
don't
get
need to. Just rather drink tea. And anyways, I don't drink because in case I have to drive, you never know if I'm going to have to drive or not.
That's
So
true.
I just don't drink.
Did you see Kitty?
Yes, right in front of your
He
face.
jumped, he jumped
Uh,
right over me. Son of a
yeah,
cat. Uh,
it's a good kitty.
so not only did it look like biting could have like a fly go into his mouth,
Yeah, he looked strange.
he kept looking like Joseph said that it looked like he was reading a teleprompter
Yeah.
sometimes, and I think it's an act to make people think that that's what's going on. Because what the fuck was he looking at? What was he
I
looking
don't
at?
know.
And he was like, the whole time, a little fly could have gone out. Like he was surprised about what Trump was saying. Trump showed no reaction. Did you see Trump's? His face was boom, like don't fuck with me. You know that look that he did when he was arrested. Don't look at me.
And he just said just like it was, man. He said, "You're the one that did this, Joe. It was not me. It was you."
Right.
He spoke
Everything
clear
from
and concise. And Joe
he had
Biden
the
mumbled.
audacity to say that he took a bad economy from Trump.
Yeah, he did
Oh
not.
my God, what did he say? He said, people get this has if this doesn't make the news, then all you fucking broadcasters and journalists and reporters and writers are
Suck.
fucking assholes.
Mm-hmm.
What he said was that people can get raped by their own families, their brothers, their sisters, their uncles, or something to that extent.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand that's a script? Why in God's name would a man that's accused that all Trump supporters, most Trump supporters, except for maybe mini Trumps, understand that Biden had this thing first with his kid's babysitter and probably first with his daughter and then with his kid's babysitter or vice versa. Or this, I don't know how old the difference is, whatever. Says that forget about illegals raping and killing children. Your own family can. This best be in the newspapers.
Hmm.
I don't always pay attention to, it's can't always pay attention to Biden, but that you can't say no to. I hope somebody uses that. Somebody use it,
Somebody use it.
please. Like I said, I don't give a shit. I don't care who calls it out first, but fucking use it because I'm a nobody. I want to stay a nobody. Somebody else use it. You never know who's listening. Anyhow, no, I'm really serious about that. There's they're trying to wake people up slowly, but it seems like people don't always catch what's going on.
You know.
So funny, I was talking about Star Wars, yet we my sister found uh,
What
little
are those? What is it?
there that's a Dalek.
Oh,
I will exterminate you. Exter- oh, let's put it up here. Look, I still do. I bet I still do. Oh, live on YouTube. Let's see if it goes in. This I've had since I'm like 12. I had a piercing up here when I was 12, way before it became famous. Look at that.
yeah.
Holy shit, I still do. I doubt I have that many more, but that one I used to wear after I closed the rest of them. I didn't care anymore because everybody took the idea and made it grosser, actually. I don't know. All right, anything else? You little
Nah,
drunkie,
you're funny. I'm just a little buzzed.
a little alcoholic.
Just,
Um,
yeah, I'm just feeling good.
I don't miss bartending, but I
I had a
miss
good
the
day. I
people.
had a good day. It wasn't too awfully hot. It was just a good day. So I drank that beer.
But
I
you have
felt
off tomorrow.
I have
And,
off tomorrow.
and after watching that debate, which wasn't a
Yeah.
debate,
I feel that made me feel
I would
better.
have had a beer too. I should ask my
Yeah.
sister if she has a beer
Yeah.
later.
It
I'd do
makes
it
me feel, it
too.
made me feel better that look, man, this is what we've been saying is now finally in everybody's face. Come on, this guy is full of crap. Full of
Full
crap.
of crap.
The
He's
economy
full
is
of
not
crap.
better under Joe Biden. Sorry, it's not. You know how much
Who
when you go to the grocery store, oh my
believes
God.
that? Who can in their right mind believe that? Gas prices, food
Mhm.
prices, um, taxes.
Mhm.
What did he give to people? What has he done?
The interest rate. Look at the interest rate, people. You buy something for that's cost you $25,000, say. You're going to end up paying $52,000 for that by the time you're done paying for that.
Right?
That's how
You know,
much you're going to pay.
you know what? I'm surprised. I'm surprised that like Obama or Jill didn't come on stage to walk him off, walk by.
Mhm. Mhm.
Somebody, he was able. Actually, I didn't see them walk off. Who was on after? Was it Carrie Lake? Because I think I had to take
Yes,
care
it
of
was
the
Carrie Lake.
dogs.
Yeah, Carrie Lake. Yeah.
I was surprised that didn't even look like Tapper.
They were not cruel. I will say they weren't as cruel. with Trump as they had been in the past. So I guess I
Well,
could
they
say
have no
thank,
choice.
yeah, we
They
can
have no
thank the
choice.
idiots for that.
Either they're actors or I don't know if that Tapper didn't look quite, he looked disguised almost. It just didn't look quite like him.
Right.
And I haven't seen him as an older man because God knows I don't watch him at all. Um, Dana, I don't know at all, so I wouldn't. What's her last name? Bash, Rash, Dana
Yeah.
Rash. Got a rash, Bash.
Yeah, I don't even know. I don't know.
Joe, what
Yeah.
do you know in this
And I
condition?
don't know anything about the media because I don't watch that shit no more.
Staying alive, staying alive. Oh, oh, oh. I feel like I should take you out. We should go to disco dancing or something. I've never seen you so well. Actually, you are always very kind of like bubbly, I guess. But yeah, no, you're loose. You're a little loose in the head. Please, please, my friend, don't turn out to be a Biden.
I am not a fucking Biden.
Please,
Don't
Scott,
you everything say that.
Biden,
Fuck
Scott.
that dude. I never wanted to be crazy. I never go crazy. I will keep my faculties.
Can you hear that?
Hmm.
You can?
No, 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 I can't hear nothing.
You can't hear me tapping?
No.
That's an awesome computer. You can't hear the dogs barking.
Mm-mm.
You can't hear the generator. I have the windows
Mm-mm.
open. It's
I
beautiful.
cannot hear your generator. Just can hear you when you talk.
Interesting. Little
Very
things. Yeah.
interesting.
Let's see. What else? Any other? Let's bring up a conspiracy and then end it because I want to. Fuck you. I want to.
Just because.
So I can go and watch some more Star Wars shit.
Just because we can.
And I'm a big sci-fi freak. I'm a sci-fi fan. I love it.
Yeah, but
My
that one dude
brother
said,
collects all
vote
the
for Joe
crap, and I'm
Biden. That's what.
like, I hope you go broke, asshole. I love my brother,
Mhm.
but I'm like, are you out of your mind? Like, what are you doing? Who gives a fuck if you have Harrison Ford's? And I mean, he's probably in their millions with his collection. Millions just in his collection. What he might have paid for. But I keep telling him it's not going to be like that soon. It's not going to be like that soon.
Mm-mm.
I'm telling this shit. Well, actually, sick people might pay more for if they find out like Harrison Ford is corrupt, but Mark Hamill certainly is. What a
Oh
fucking
God, Mark Hamlin's up Joe Biden's butthole. He says
probably
you better
fits.
vote
Well,
for him.
but like I said, he's been fucked up the ass, just like
Yeah,
Obama. Look at him as a cute little boy. How else would a man like that get anywhere?
yeah. He was
He's
kind of
full
stupid.
looking. He's always been.
Hmm.
He has a fucking wart on his face. Why would anybody recognize him to be anything good? The only thing that made the original Star Wars good was Harrison Ford because he was a cutie. And the movie itself, the Ewoks and the literature and the clones, things like that was interesting. But like the plot, but the cast was like
I
it
hated the last
was
one.
like really, really people have hard-ons for this. Ships I like and stuff, but you see, those ships can be real. That's why I like it, you know.
Granted,
I'm just so sick of this. I wish people would stop and wake up. They just need to stop, smell the roses, smell the bed of roses, take a walk, see what you're fighting for. There's so many of us that do. I'm just so happy about that, And everybody does it differently in their own way, which is great. I mean, I don't, I don't know. Joe, are you falling asleep, Joe?
nope. No.
You're gonna watch this tomorrow and you're gonna be like, what the fuck? Oh well.
I will
All
not be
right.
what the fuck. But that's funny.
I keep thinking of um Trump didn't really grin. He had this frowny face on, but he answered
Yeah,
everything.
He looked like he was frowning and mad.
He let he didn't let any answer go of
Mm-mm,
Biden's.
mm-mm,
Not one answer. When they were up to a next question, he'd be like, "Well, let me finish. I want
mm,
to answer what he just, I want to reply to Biden, whatever." But Biden was just mumbling. Like a lot of it was,
mm.
what? All right, guys. I think that's
And I
enough for
heard what
today.
he said about he wanted to. Oh, I just had lost my thought about Joe Biden. Um,
Who Trump said?
yeah, it was what he said about him. God, I just completely lost my thought.
I know, I do that all the time,
Yeah, I think I drank too
especially
much.
when you're drinking beer. She drinks
Yeah.
one beer. My God, I'd put you to shit. Well, 10 years ago I could. Now I don't think so.
Well, along when I was drinking.
I don't even eat meat anymore. Oh my God, that's difficult.
Mhm.
I love like antipastas and stuff, salamis and that kind of stuff. I love it. My sister brought home pastrami, and I'm like, oh, it's like 4 or 5 months. What, kitten? You want to go out, don't you?
Antipasta. What the
Is
hell?
that
What the
raining?
heck is
And
antipasta?
antipastas are like cheeses, and it's Italian before you eat your main course.
Hmm.
It's like soup or hors d'oeuvres, and it's usually
Um,
cheese and crackers or bread and butter, and then you have the meats. Like they'll have
mm,
prosciutto, salamis, supasad, um, things like I don't know. Does that make sense to you? Olives.
yes.
Those
Yes.
are cold antipastas.
Right.
Antipastas are cold. There you go. It's not really pasta. There you go. Okay. Sounded like I was drunk there for a second. No, I'm kidding.
I know it's going to rack my brain what I was trying to think. I can't remember. Damn it.
Trump said something that Joe Biden said. You mean one of because what I was saying when you were thinking of it was that he was answering, Trump was answering, even though they were up to a next question, he still answered Biden.
Oh, Trump said, told Joe Biden that I didn't have to do this. I could have stayed in my happy life. I didn't need to run for president.
Did he?
Yeah, remember he said that? He could,
No. Remember at
he
the
could,
end
yeah.
was it at the end?
Yes, it was at the end.
I had to go and let the dogs out and stuff and
Yeah, I think that's where when
um,
you left. But yeah, he said that.
oh
He said,
that but I have it recorded.
you
I
do?
recorded it when you got in the car. I started recording it because I will
Okay.
be making some kind of funny out of it, guys. All
Yeah.
right. I feel bad. We finally get people in the chat and we gotta go. It's like we've been on for an I mean, we could stay on, but we're just chilling.
Not doing much.
I don't know you can stay on, Joe, though.
Well, I worked all day.
I know, brother. I know. I
I've
know.
been up for a
I don't know
while.
how you do it sometimes.
Uh, uh,
I'm a napper. Like I'll sleep
one
for two
foot
or
in
three
front of the
hours.
other.
I'll be up for 6, 7 hours. I'll sleep for another 2 or 3 hours. This is my life. I have no night or dark, like no night or morning. And
I'm a
believe it or
constipated.
not, this is good for the brain. It's very good for the brain. Um, that's why a lot of workplaces are doing it now. Google has done it for a long time. They always had areas where you can nap. Even the Japanese, oh my God, you'd be claustrophobic though. It looks like a little locker for a human, like a little coffin. You go and you pay like $10 and you could go sleep for an hour and then go back to work. It's a proven method. I think there's Pompadoro or something is one of them. But I'm more of a Da Vinci fan, and I had no idea that Da Vinci did this. But yeah, he never slept through the night. There's something about that, something very peaceful, you know. I'm
Being
sure
up
I'm
all
not
night
alone in
long.
that, but in the wee hours,
Yeah.
farmers'
That's,
hours.
but that's my problem. See, because I cannot sleep in the light.
Yeah.
I can't. I just
No, I
can't
just
do
put a
it.
pillow over my head and that does it.
No, that's it's like too much. It's like a weight
Can't you
suffocation.
put something on your eyes?
I
You
don't
ever
like
taken
anything.
naps?
No, it's constricting.
Yeah, but I've seen you take naps. I've known you to take, not seen, but I've known you to
Yes,
take.
I've taken 1 to 2 hour naps.
That's not bad.
That's
That's
it.
not that's not great. But then
That's
you
it.
see, that's why I don't believe into 9 to 5, 5 days a week was a concept created by, can't remember her name, but it was Cleopatra's ancestor later on. Cleopatra was a brilliant young lady. She was not Egyptian. She was from Turkey. She spoke Turkish. But because she understood Egyptian, they accepted her. And then somehow she weaseled her up, weaseled her way up to fame. So she came from a lineage of smart people. But when then I learned that it was her ancestors that created the 9 to 5, which is backbreaking. All right. I'm not saying people can't work 40 hours a week, but they should be able to work on their schedule. It shouldn't be this way. This was a created idea. Do you understand where I'm coming from? Somebody said, "Oh, all of civilization has to work this way, or they get the night shift, or we'll call it the graveyard shift." The graveyard shift is known for graveyard because that's what they used to do. At
Right.
night, nobody was around, they dig the holes,
That's right.
right? This isn't a pleasant thing. Just like nursery rhymes and shit. Ring around the rosies, pocket full of posies. That's about consumption, people. It's like the London Bridge is falling down. Do people don't even realize this shit? How about the cradle will fall when the ball breaks? Lullabies that we sing to our children. And you're telling me there's nothing wrong that we're not living in a matrix? Listen, it's not a matrix like you might think. I see it that way. They damn well coded our lives.
Yes,
It's
they
a
did.
mathematical, ingenious matrix. It's coded.
It
Joe
is.
will tell you if you're going to do a web page, right? You're going to put a picture here. You're going to do this here. You're going to be able to press a button there. This is all math. It's all
Mhm.
codes.
That's right. It is.
Well, what
It
do you
is.
think that they're fucking putting in our heads?
Hmm. Called teaching.
Indoctrination. Hmm. Let's see. Nobody's talking, but there's
Yeah.
few people listening. Well, hey, everybody. Nobody wants to say hello. Nobody wants to come in. And it's a little past everybody's bedtime. It's
Yeah.
almost 1, Joe. What the hell? What are you keeping me up for? My husband's going to be back.
11:46, man, or 10:46 here.
I don't even think I could go to freaking New York. I really wanted to visit Carmine and my friend Beth. And
Yeah. I got the guys coming over tomorrow to work.
can they fly over here and take care of the tree?
Yeah.
We got two
I
of them,
tell them.
actually. Another one fell down in the back.
Yeah, I tell them, hey
That was a
man,
few weeks
can
back.
you go handle this for me real quick, man?
I don't even know if that's our tree in the back. Is it the neighbor's tree?
It'd be funny.
Hell, man. I trust them more than some of the people around here.
Yeah, I
No.
know. I know.
No.
It's like,
I,
who
I
do you
have
trust?
I have no, it's so strange how people think of the Northeast that we're all fucking libtard idiots or something. I did not come from a libtard neighborhood. Lots of people in my neighborhood were upset with what was going on.
Hmm.
A lot of people did not like Obama for obvious reasons. My husband, well, most of his family, some of my family, most of my friends, all were pro-Trump. It's like, and if they weren't, they're not stupid enough now not to be pro-Trump because I did not grow up with a bunch of idiots,
Right.
you know? Let them think what they want. But there are some libtards out there, and I don't know if but they're still not. I know people that just accept certain things because they think it's about democracy.
That's the problem. You
Right.
gotta stop just accepting it. You gotta open your
Well, it's part
mind.
of democracy, so
Yeah.
we
Yeah,
gotta
fuck
like
that. You gotta open your mind and look at see what people are doing. You gotta look at what one big thing about people that everybody says you must have, but everybody fails to look at, and that is integrity. Look at somebody who has integrity. That's what you need to do. Hey, Ridgeview.
hey Charles. Not the sec Charles says not the second district of Maine.
Hmm.
Red mega flukes.
Yeah, that's just what I say.
I really believe there is so much mega out there. And like
Yes, there is. I mean, look at the rallies. Come on, man. Joe Biden, what he
fill
brings
a bathtub,
tens of people.
tens of people.
Yeah.
He
Trump,
kept looking
tens
for
of
his fans out
thousands.
there.
Yeah, Trump's
Where's
for tens of
everybody?
thousands. Come on, man. I mean, you can't even see the end of the Trump rallies. And Joe Biden's what? Not even 100 people. Not even 70 people. 60 people would be really pushing it.
Good night,
Yeah.
Joseph.
Good night, dear Seth.
I kind of agree with you there, my brother from another mother.
Yep. Yippers.
Let me see. Any other conspiracies? I think I've been saying a lot, but
It's a good.
things
I
just
like
come out when we talk.
I
Usually,
know.
Joe, when you say something, it triggers this conspiracy in me. So it's,
I know.
but you're a little too drunk to speak today, Joe.
Maybe I ought to do that
One
all
whole
the time.
beer.
Maybe I ought to drink a couple every time. Dang it.
I don't think you'd want to do that, Joe.
I might not know what I'm saying. I
I don't
might
think
say
that you
some
know what you're
weird stuff
saying
then,
now.
right? Nah, I
Funny,
probably wouldn't
funny.
do that. I can't handle it, man. I really can't. I really can't handle the next day.
Oh, I know.
Oh,
I
God,
know.
that's my
Stop there.
biggest thing. That's why. That's the biggest reason why I don't drink. I can't handle it the second day. It's bothersome.
Wasn't I saying on our last live, people with heartburn should take the apple cider vinegar and stuff?
Yeah.
My sister says to me today, I have heartburn. I'm like, why aren't you taking the apple?
Either that or drink a little bit of pickle juice. Come on.
Well, pickle, that's the same thing. It's vinegar. That's
Yeah.
why. Yeah. Um,
Vinegar's a good acid.
yes. Um, there's also, and I've said it before, the alkaline, right? Your body needs a little more alkaline than acidity.
Right.
And a lot of people are opposite. They have more acids than alkaline. So the alkaline is Himalayan salt. That's pink
That's
salt.
good stuff.
Salt is
Yeah.
not meant to be white. Anything totally white has been
That.
bleached.
Yeah.
Okay. You're putting bleach into your systems. Get yourself some pink salt. It's just as good. You can eat more of it. Um,
And
chop
eat
up half
wild
a
brown
lemon.
rice.
What?
Eat wild brown rice.
Wild brown. Rice does, I don't know. It's just
Yeah.
it has too many carbs. If you put things with carbs in ice water, like
Mhm.
potatoes and rice,
I
it
stop.
will take out a lot of the starch. Okay, so you take half a lemon or a lime even, you squeeze it, put some water in, and then you put a bunch of the pink salt in it. You don't have to overdo it, either one, but drink it down. That's your alkaline. Alkaline, Alka-Seltzer. Get it?
Yep. Hmm.
Okay.
I do.
Trying here. There are very simple remedies. Like I said, I wonder if mushrooms kill um cancer. I wonder if it does. It could be that simple. It
Yeah.
could be that simple. Remember, there was that movie with Sean Connery. and they're trying to find the cure for cancer, and he was on top of it, and he knows that somebody was cured in wherever African city he was in, or I don't know where he was in. He might have been in Peru for all I know. I don't fuck South America somewhere. I don't know. But they were beginning bulldozing the forest that he's trying to find. He believes that the cure is in this garden or forest area. Might have been the tropical, so I don't remember, but and he discovered that it was the flower, one flower that killed, maybe it was the ants or something. I don't remember, that killed the cancer. And they had already bulldozed the whole area. Well, these movies are not too far from the truth. None of them have been. So it could be something that simple, like plant, like a mushroom. Cancer's fungus. Good night, Joseph. I love Himalayan rock salt. Right,
Yeah,
Charles?
yeah.
It is.
That's
It's
what we're
good.
talking about. Hmm.
Black salt is very good for you too.
Yes, it is.
Not sure what else it's called. I think it's black salt, but you don't want to get garlic in the little nets, especially if they look white, white, white. They've been bleached. Onions, flour, you name it. How is
I
this?
like the yellow
How is
onions.
this good
I
for
like
us?
yellow onions. That's my favorite.
Spanish, yeah, Spanish onions are yellow, aren't they?
I don't know. I just eat yellow onions. That's the ones I get.
You would think he'd know that. Well,
Mm.
there's red onions, there's yellow onions,
I
there's
eat the red and yellow, but I like the yellow more.
I'm not you can see the difference between a bleached onion
Yes,
and a regular onion. There's no
yes,
mistake in it. And the
yes,
same with the garlic.
yes.
I mean, they allowed this to happen. They allowed us to have shitty fucking water. They allow abortion.
You know, I think they
It
allow
just
all
goes
this
from there
bad
on. And
stuff.
abortion is an old one. I'm
Yeah,
not bringing it up for any other reason but to show that this has just been going on long enough. I think I was going to mention it before. New York had delicious water, had beautiful
good stretch.
water right out of the tap, drinking water. I could always drink, unless they were doing sewer work or something, then you don't want to touch it. Then everything turns yellow. But it was really delicious. You go right to New Jersey and it's totally opposite. Plasticky, sulfury. And I'm in the garden state, right? The garden, not the flower state, Joe. It's the garden state. It was cute that he said that.
It's a flower state.
Before mom passed last year, we had the water tested because we were thinking of getting something installed because there's a lot of minerals. I mean, you wouldn't believe the chemicals. Arsenic. Why the fuck is there arsenic? Oh, it runs natural around here? No,
No, they put it in the water to
it
kill
doesn't
some of
run
the
natural, my
germs.
ass. I'm in the fucking mountains. It runs natural. Bullshit, people. Bullshit. They did it. All right, you have that one guy doing the commercial. He's a doctor or something. I don't like these infomercials too much. I think they should do better, but he makes sense. He says, back in the day, in the 70s and 80s, you'd buy chickens, they were 2 pounds. Now you're buying chickens that are 8 pounds and you're wondering what's wrong with you. What are they pumping in these chickens? Whatever's pumping in these chickens are being put into your fucking bodies.
They're making them fat. Hmm.
They also cause you to be heavier.
That's
You're
right.
eating more.
Look at all the Americans. They're bigger. We're
Americans
bigger.
are.
We're bigger because they're making our food bigger.
I think Matt in our group said something about the Doritos. He said that there's 2 or 3 ingredients
Thank you,
in
sir.
Doritos in like Canada or Mexico or whatever, but we have 50 in the Doritos in America. Why are they made differently? First of all, I'll check it out, but I have no doubt. I mean, I remember reading that Oreos have fucking plastic in them. You're eating plastic. You're giving your kid Oreos, they're eating a little bit of plastic. This isn't right. Don't get me started about fluoride. Biggest killer. Oh, he likes your background, Joe.
I know. I said, thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Maine has the very best ground rotor. It's our soil. That's the key. I believe it. I don't remember. I told you I visited Maine when I was a child, like 7, 8 years old, maybe
Mhm.
6, 7. I believe it, Charles. I just remember the shrimp roll was not an egg roll that I I think I told you that story. So it was like, what? Because I didn't really eat fish when I was younger. What is this? My sister and my mother went to town. It was like these mini shrimps, and then he said, "Yeah, that's what they're known for. They're like smaller shrimp. They're not the big." And it was like a taco. Yeah, I thought it was an egg roll. That's what I ordered, an egg roll or a shrimp roll. So in my head, it was a shrimp egg roll, and that I would eat. This thing was a taco filled with shrimp. It was all shrimp. I was like, no. Yeah, I thought you might remember that, Charles. Well, I like to keep in mind even different states. Whenever you guys tell me stories, I like to keep it in mind. You should learn a little bit. That little shrimp story might come in handy later on. You never know. I mean, I
Yeah.
talk a lot of bullshit. It's mostly not bullshit, but I try to connect a lot of things. My thing says cyberspace in the back, doesn't it? Well, you
Hmm.
can't even see the wordings.
It does. It says cyber something,
Something about it. All
cyber
right,
security, something like
let's call it a night.
that. Okay.
You were very helpful this live
It was
show.
a great. It was great.
It was
It was
great for
good.
you, wasn't it?
Yeah. I feel good. I actually, yeah, I'm tired. I'm not going, but I feel good.
Well, I'm glad you feel good, hon.
Yeah, it was good.
Right?
Today was a good
You
day.
ready to say goodnight?
Yes. Good night,
Cheers,
guys.
people, Patriots and Trump fans. Good going, President Trump. We love
Mm,
you. We love everybody out there.
yeah.
All the good
Peace.
Patriots, even some of the off ones.